Yourself.
Okay, great. Hi, I'm Denise Kowalczyk, and I'm the Development and Communications Director with Kinship House. And we are an outpatient, nonprofit mental health care facility for foster and adopted children.
Great. So this year you received a grant from Communicare, or from high schools that participate in Communicare. Was this the first year that you've received?
It was, and I have to give a little shout out to my daughter. She's 14. She's a student over at Northwest Academy who also participated, and she told me about Communicare. And then I was reminded because I think I was at a special function years ago and it was receiving an award of some sort, probably when it started some time ago or what have you. And so she reminded me of the program.
So that's a great segue. Why do you think that Communicare students wanted to give back to Kinship House?
Well, I believe there was one gal on the leadership team
At Northwest Academy?
At Lake Oswego High School who generously donated or is giving us $3,000, who was sort of in the foster care kind of system. She was raised by an auntie or a grandma. And she was the champion to have that mission to work with a nonprofit supporting foster children. And then I think all the kids were really excited about that. And when I went there to meet them, it was very clear they were very excited about helping foster children in some way.
That's great. And what will the money you receive through the grants go towards?
So we'll be using the money to purchase therapy tools ranging from art supplies to snacks and beverages. And people get a little puzzled by that. But part of the thing that we do here at Kinship House is that we want to create a warm, welcoming, safe environment. So when a child walks in the door, it's like they're walking into someone's home. Comfy, cozy living room. They can play with the toys, grab a book. And another component of that is many foster children face food security issues. So to know that they can come here and get some goldfish and a juicy juice, it's really part of setting up a situation where they're like, okay, I'm going to Kinship House today. They're dealing with some really heavy stuff, but I get to get some snacks, I get to play with the toys. So having those therapeutic tools makes a world of difference. And so we're so excited.
What value do you think the Communicare program brings to those who participate in it? For students as well as nonprofits?
Yeah. Well, I have to say, when I met Jordan at the event and was yakking with him, I am so thrilled that kids are being taught philanthropy. Now, when I was their age, many, many years ago, I didn't even know what the word philanthropy was. So to be exposed to that opportunity to participate and give back at such a young age, we're creating a whole society of givers, people who care about what's happening in the world. And I think our world needs that right now. The kids learning how to interface with nonprofits in a professional way. It builds skill sets for them, whatever career they go out in. And I think it also sheds some light on some of the struggles nonprofits might have to face that, say, a business doesn't have to navigate. Trying to do good work in the community, but we do it a little differently than the private sector, for example. So I would suspect it's a great opportunity for them to learn all those things. As a nonprofit professional interfacing with kids, I'm very excited about that because I'm usually just talking to the grown-ups all the time, right? But I was really energized and so impressed. I was a little bit nervous. I'm like, okay, I'm going to a high school. I haven't been in one of those in quite some time. But they were right there, supportive, asking fantastic questions. Really, it wasn't cursory, it wasn't what have you. They were really focused on having a conversation with me, which was really cool.
So for the interview process you went through, how did that process differ from when you met with, let's say, a professional grant maker or a different nonprofit or organization who's going to give money? How did that differ, and how do you think that the students should be then enabled to be grant makers more regularly as opposed to just through these specific programs?
What I felt was it was very clear they were curious. That curiosity was a fundamental part. I also felt they were genuinely interested. It wasn't like they were going down a checklist. They came up with their mission, right? So there was total buy-in as to what they were doing. So I think across the board, there was a lot of heartfelt connection with what they were doing. Now, professional grant writers and foundations do that, you know, but it's not naivete, that's not the word, but there was this, not innocence, but this freshness, you know, there was this is not their everyday thing that they do in the world, and it's so inspirational, whatever the case may be, to watch people go through that process of learning, which was really impressive.
And what was your favorite part to experience as a grantee in the Communicare program?
It was a phenomenal experience across the board, but the award night, or the luncheon, or the evening thing. Anyway, the event, the check presentation event. Interfacing with, not all of the leadership team could be there, but some of the kids, and they were so excited. And then watching them up on the stage and give their presentation, and you know, they had their checks, and you know, they were owning this responsibility and carrying it through, and hugging, but you know what I mean, they were very professional, but really warm, and afterwards just hugs, you know, and I think they are going to do a backpack drive for us too in the fall, so that's kind of exciting. So the relationship's not over, which is cool. So just saying, oh, we were so excited to be able to do this for Kinship House, and it was honest and genuine, so that was really cool. So just to witness that through this process, which we worked together on, right, came down to this celebration, you know, and we were all just so excited to be there in that moment. Yeah.
That's great. Those are all my questions.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You good?
Yep.